This is the 2022 Jeep Compass Trailhawk Elite. Yes, it's Elite because this is a Canadian trim. It doesn't exist in the USA. It is the most off-road capable Compass model, and it's also the most expensive. Prices in Canada start at $43,795, and it's quite more expensive than the non-Elite Trailhawk. In 2022, though, it's especially interesting to look at the Jeep Compass because this is going to be the base of which the new Alfa Romeo Tonale and Dodge Hornet are going to come out soon in the market. And those are going to be very sporty SUVs. So we have to see, is the base ingredient good here for two sporty SUVs? The one thing that will be totally different are the looks, of course. I find the Compass a very good looking thing, and especially in this off-roady spec with the red tow hooks and stuff, it looks really awesome. Inside, it also looks quite nice. The design is very modern. I could easily imagine just hiding the badge and calling it an Alfa or a Dodge. Like, why not? This one also has the red stitching, the leather on the dash, whatever. What's there not to like here? The materials are good for the class. The important places have soft materials, and overall, the fit and finish is good, except the stocks over here because they have something on the backside that feels like a cheese grinder. Like, watch your fingers, seriously. The front seats are rock hard. Like, seriously, look at this bottle bounce here. And honestly, since I'm not wearing a tiger skirt and I'm not holding like a bat, honestly, I would like some more cushion over here because my ass is flat. Funny enough, the rear seats are the complete opposite. They have very plushy bottoms and they're very comfortable. They also have very good foot room, knee room, leg room in general, headroom. They're very comfortable, and they also have USB ports and all sorts of plugs here. Really good stuff. Oh, and of course, they're heated, which is fantastic. Back to the front seat though, and if you look past the very uncomfortable seat, well, the driving position is actually very nice. Visibility is really good. Ergonomics are fine. However, the infotainment, for example, the heated seats, the buttons are so small for the heat and the steering wheel and whatever, it's like really difficult to get it right. And I'm stopped now. Can you imagine trying to hit these buttons on the go? It's like next to impossible. Overall, the infotainment system works quite well. It's not the fastest, but you know what? Once you go into CarPlay, then everything is fine. It also has a kick-ass Alpine sound system. The rear camera is pretty good, and you get a 360 view. Under the hood, there's a 2.4-liter multi-air Tiger Shark 4-cylinder engine. It's naturally aspirated. It revs all the way up to 6,400 RPM, and it delivers 177 horsepower and 172 pound-feet of torque. It is mated to a quite good 9-speed automatic transmission and supposedly a 4-low mode for the gearbox and transfer case. But that's not the case, as I shall demonstrate right now. So what it actually does is, under normal circumstances, the Compass just starts in second gear. So now I'm in drive, I'm stopped. If I go over to manual, I see second gear is selected. Haha, so it never starts in first. If I put 4-low mode, normally you have to go to neutral to do 4-low, whatever. There's none of that here. Now if I go to manual, I see first gear being selected. So all it does is basically it kills the electronics, it locks the 4-wheel drive system, and it goes down to first gear where it normally doesn't. That's a disappointment. I actually thought that this Compass has a 1-up in terms of its competition because it will have like a better 4-wheel drive system. I'm not very sure at this point that it does. Pedal to the metal, 0 to 100 kilometers an hour comes in a pathetic 11.7 seconds. And the opposite procedure, 100 to 0, comes in 46 meters, which, given the type of tires, is not bad. Honestly, up until the point where I measured the 0 to 100, I didn't think the performance was a problem. I mean, for around town and regular commuting, it's completely fine. It honestly is completely fine. I mean, it won't be able to keep up with, like, turbocharged competitors or with its own European version, which is a hybrid and has a lot more going for it. Nevertheless, it's not bad, and it's not particularly thirsty on gas. It runs on regular, and it only uses about 10.8 liters per 100 kilometers. So overall, I don't really have a complaint for the drivetrain, but it's definitely not a highlight here. It's just okay. The 4x4 system has various modes for snow, mud, sand, rock, whatever. And basically what that does is it changes the torque vectoring through the brakes. This Trailhawk edition has a lot more aggressive bumper, so you get a lot better departure and approach angles. So in this case, the approach angle is 30.4 degrees. The breakover angle is 23.6, and the departure angle is 34 degrees. It weighs 1,648 kilos, and it can tow up to 907 kilos, which is 2,000 pounds. On the road, the suspension does a great job soaking up bumps, and it controls the body very well. The ride is very compliant, and I like it a lot. At the same time, tackle a corner, and you can immediately tell that there is some Italian influence when it comes to setting up the dynamics, because this thing is actually great. Despite the all-terrainy tires and everything, I mean, the steering feels just fine. It's not disconnected at all. And you know what? It actually holds the road pretty well. Like, dare I say, it's a little bit fun even. Like, it's very predictable, very balanced. It's all good. Combine that with a good ground clearance, which is about 8.5 inches, and the spacious trunk, well, there's not much really not to like. Actually, that's a lie. There are a few things not to like. For example, the instrument cluster is all good. I have it in the driver information view, which you get the big, more classic looking instruments. However, anything you do and any message that appears there, for example, I turn on the cruise control, the gauges become so tiny that you can't see them anymore, and then like there's some graphics, animations, whatever. That all works very well in like a big instrument cluster like the Wagoneer. It's all fine, but here it's too far, it's too small, and the information is kind of lost. I just wish I could customize more this view, like with the big clusters, but whatever. It's okay, it's not that annoying. What is really annoying are the driver assistance, like the collision detection. Maybe I'm a little bit of an aggressive driver, but this thing has been beeping all the time. It actually even went on the brakes a couple of times for me, which I really didn't want. The timing was very incorrect for the car. It almost killed me. I turned that off. It's very rare that I turn these things off in a press car. This time around, I did turn them off because I did not like them one bit. I also don't like that from the window here at the highway, you do hear some as you will try to hear now. And of course, my main complaint is the seat. I mean, it's really, really hard. I don't ever remember this kind of a hard seat unless it's like a Sparkle race car seat. This is like not good. Well, at least the sunroof is quite nice. And I also like the hidden little Jeeps all around. Overall, I have to say that the Compass is a very nice do-it-all SUV. Just don't get the 4x2 models, because yucky. No one likes constant spinning two-wheel drive SUVs, so you also get a shittier transmission, so just avoid the 4x2s. Overall score is 8 out of 10 for this Compass. It would have been an 8.5 if the seat was better, for sure. But now, the main focus is the Tonale and the Dodge Hornet, which I'm really looking forward to reviewing because I think that the base ingredient is quite good for those cars, or SUVs. So I like the Compass. I like it a lot more than the previous model, that's for sure. Not bad at all. Even my wife liked it. It says everything you need to know. So that's all for today. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please share it with your friends. Press a like button, subscribe. We need your subs. But we also need you to take care of yourself and be good. And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Perfect.